Big 12 Radio, Big 12 Today, and we are super excited to be joined right now by the head coach of the Kansas Jayhawks, Bill Self, along with James Westling and King McClure, the former Baylor guard. I am Ari Temkin. How are you, Coach? You look great.
You do.
You know what? When people say you look great, that means that you didn't look great before. So I've had more people say you look great, which means you really look like crap before, but I'll take the compliment. I appreciate it, guys.
But, I mean, you obviously have had some health scares, so, I mean, change diet, change exercise. I mean.
Yeah, I had a knot put on my head this summer, and you know what? It's kind of a continuation of the last 2 years, not really feeling well and not really understanding probably that I needed to make some drastic changes with my heart health. And so I'm doing better, and certainly they told me I need to do some things, and for once I'm actually taking them at their word and taking them seriously. It's like King back when he played for Coach Drew. He would probably tell him things that he needed to do, and King would say, no, you just don't understand. I know my game better than you do, and this is what I do. And then when he finally started doing it, he probably played more. And it's the same thing with the doctors telling patients is there's a reason why, you've been laid up and you got to correct it or it's going to happen again. And maybe you won't be as fortunate as you were this last time.
100%, and I see what you mean right there.
Yeah.
No,
hey, was that a good analogy?
That was a really good analogy.
Okay.
Is that how you, when you coach, are you an analogy type of coach?
You know what? I don't know what I am, but I will tell you this: the most freshmen that have the most success are the ones that know they don't know. And the ones that think they do are usually the ones that labor and fight you the most, and it takes them longer for it to kick in and for you to get it. So I don't know if I'm a big analogy person, but I do comparisons from time to time because I see so many things that we can do in life, is how we can learn how to do things from others, but we can also learn what not to do from others. And so many times players, hey guys, listen to me. He didn't buy into this, and he was stubborn to the point where it ended up hurting him. Don't be like that. This is what you have to do to help us win. And if you do what helps us win and you're out there and playing more, guess what? You're going to get more freedom to actually expand your game once you get out there, as opposed to having a shorter leash, so to speak, that one mistake and you come out. And it takes a while. Some guys get it immediately, and some guys don't.
Coach, you brought in Jock Vaughn as an assistant, a KU legend at point guard. What have you seen from him and in his development of your guards?
Well, I think it's too early to talk about the development aspect of it. But it's not too early to talk about how he works with them on a daily basis and how he can teach them how to see the game through a lens of somebody that's done something that every player in our program aspires to do at some point in time in their career. So he's been great. We've been so blessed. I had Danny on staff. Now I got Jock on staff.
Yeah.
I mean, KU legends, but even have gone on and experienced things that I think the respective players hope that they get a chance to experience. And with Jock, he's worked with guys that have gotten better, and then he can still throw out there Kevin and Kyrie too, which I think gets people's attention immediately and gives him more credibility, which in turn helps Kansas. And so he's been great.
Any freshmen on the roster this year?
We've actually got a good freshman class. There's some freshmen that aren't talked about as much. Bryson Tiller, nobody's really talking about Bryson. Bryson's good. He's good.
Yeah.
Cole Rosario?
Well, Salmis Calderon, athlete from OTE. Got to figure out how the game is played at this level, but probably the best athlete on our team.
Wow.
And then there's a kid named Rosario Cole's good. I mean, he's really good. He'll start at least start this Friday in our first game. So it'll be his position at least that he's won thus far. And then I'm thinking, is there anybody? Oh yeah, we got this other cat named Peterson that actually people have talked about, and he's been what everybody has billed him to be plus. So I like our freshman class.
Best
a lot.
freshman or best player? Now, I guess time will tell. But I couldn't remember if I heard you say he's the best freshman you've had. Obviously, he hasn't played a game yet, so that's, who knows what happens.
I don't know that he's the most talented player / prospect I've ever had. Wiggs was the best prospect. Joel, when we first got him, he didn't start.
Yeah.
And then he emerged into that.
Yeah.
I think that Darren, day one, is our best player. And he's a terrific prospect, but it still remains to be seen if he can impact a game at a higher level in the ways that some of the best ones have. But when you really think about it, and I hadn't thought about this, when you think about our best players, you don't think about the freshmen.
No, right.
I was literally talking to somebody about that earlier.
You think about our second and 3-year guys, like the best freshman, Joel, obviously, but he wasn't Joel until later on.
Yeah.
Right.
Wiggs was great. But at the same time, I actually think there's a level Darren can get to that's the college freshman equivalent.
Wow.
And then to me, the most equipped freshman we've had is Josh Jackson. When you combined ball handling, passing, shooting, defense, dog, a lot of the things, he was probably as equipped to be a great player as any of them. But he also had Mason and Graham on the same team.
Yeah.
So if you just talk about entering guys into school, it's not close. He's at a really high level.
Coach, last year didn't go as you predicted it to go. And out of curiosity, what happened?
You know what? I don't know that, Keen. I don't know if it's that I didn't predict it. I think last year I was always nervous that the expectations exceeded kind of what our talent level was. That's not the kid's fault. That's not anybody's fault. That's a reflection of a program. When you return a Hunter Dickinson, a 3-year starter in KJ Adams, and a 4-year starter in DeJuan Harris, basically. So I mean, I get it. But that team last year, we knew in the summer, we knew in the fall, we better make shots. Or, we better be elite at something because we didn't have the firepower, the athleticism that you could go out and create havoc and turn defense into offense, stuff like that. I think that this year's team is more equipped to deal with, if we're making shots, great. If we're not making shots, we can still find a way to make the other team play bad. If, this team is more equipped to deal with the plethora of different situations that go on in a basketball game over time, as opposed to, Zeke, he better make shots tonight or we probably not going to be in it. Because that's the way it was last year. It's not a knock to anybody, but it probably was a little bit unfair expectation put on those kids, to be honest with you.
So how do you define that firepower? What are those characteristics? Is it physically, length, athleticism, or is it, the mental aspect of the game too?
That's a great question. Length. Are we standing tall? Probably not. You can look at Baylor teams over time, and they got 2 7-footers out there at times. But are we long? Oh my gosh! I've never had guards that are 6'5", 6'4", 6'4". We're big long across the board, but not necessarily big inside, if that makes sense. I think we can switch 5, which last year we couldn't do that, playing Big Hun at 7'1". We couldn't switch 5. Fiory is a guard physically.
Yeah.
So we can do some different things. Now, will people try to bury us and punish us inside by playing to switches? They could, but we've got 6'5" guarding the switches, so we can stretch it better. When you think of firepower, I'm thinking, well, can you score from all 5 spots? Do teams have to guard all 5 guys? I think the answer is yes. Last year we didn't have to do that in the same way. So last year's team, and people talk about it, here I am continually talk about it, but it wasn't the most equipped team to make a run at a natty. Was it an equipped team to be better than we were? Absolutely. But this year's team, who knows if we're equipped to make a run because we'll be young and inexperienced. But there's some talents that basically, if we can figure it out, you can put the ball in the player's hand to determine outcomes, as opposed to running a play to determine an outcome.
From a schematic standpoint, are you let's go with what we've got, and that do you think that I didn't say held you back last year, but in a league in a sport that is a lot of high volume 3-point shooting, you just didn't have the shooters. So is it more of that, do you think?
I think that's part of it. But from a schematic standpoint, if you don't make a lot, you better be able to guard the arc too.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, so there were games last year, I'm not exaggerating, minimum we get outscored 16 to 24 points from the arc.
Yep.
And then now, if that's the case, you got to make a lot of twos or you got to get to the free throw line. And we shot less free throws last year than, I don't know, it wasn't any team in the league, but we were one of the lowest free throw makes team compared to our opponent's free throw makes. So if you get scored from the line, and if you get outscored from the arc, okay, you better be really elite at something else. And you got to be the best offensive rebounding team. You got to be the best at some other things. And I didn't think that we did that like we're capable of, like hopefully we'll be capable of doing this year.
Hall of Fame coach Bill Self, Rock Chalk. Appreciate you, Coach.
You kind of got some Rock Chalk background, don't you?
Yeah. I'm a KU alum.
I know it.
Tell you every year.
I know you.
We were freshmen together. My freshman year was your first year, and KU lost to Georgia Tech in the Elite Eight, and then we had Bucknell and Bradley.
You know something? Isn't it great to talk to a KU alum and he brings up 3 losses when we've actually had a couple of big wins? King, is this the way it is everywhere?
Yeah, I don't know what he.
I was in New Orleans when we beat North Carolina. It was one of the most fun nights of my life.
You got him so worked up.
But you didn't even bring up that. You brought up,
I mean, I went to KU for 4 years. We lost the first round twice.
Which is actually, think about that. This is what can't happen in today's time. Was that not the best thing that ever happened to us? To go through some crap. So now you got to know just how far you got to go to get to where you want to go. When we won the national championship in 22, in 21, if I'm not mistaken, USC cleaned our clock so bad in the tournament.
That's right.
That I told the team after the tournament, we got to get better players, we got to get more athletes, and we got to do this, this. And we win it the next year with the exact same roster. But those are the things that happen sometimes, and you got to go through some crap. That team that won it in 08 was a great team. But,
Bradley.
Well, that's not the year we won it. But
I'm saying that was
the
a team that came. That was a young. They were all that group was freshmen.
That team didn't know how to respond in crucial pressure type situations until they actually had to go through some stuff. And one thing about it, an abrupt loss doesn't camouflage what the weaknesses are. It exposes them, which now we can know how to attack them better.
Appreciate you, Coach. Thank you.
All right, guys.
Take care.
Appreciate it.
At Big 12 Radio, it's Big 12 today. Mike Side with Fiory Bidunga, Trey White, James Westling, a couple of Jayhawks, and then a Kansas State Wildcat, James Westling on the other side.
It's a long time ago, guys.
Feel free to not answer his questions.
It's a long time ago, Trey.
It's a thing.
Trey
it's a
was
thing.
a past life. Okay. Rock chalk is what they say.
Fiory, let's start with you. It looked like there was a time where you weren't going to be coming back. Take me through that process.
It was a lot. probably one of my biggest decisions I have to make, and obviously had a pretty good talk with Coach Surf, and then the main point which was I need to finish what I started it, and then here I am back.
Trey, tell us about your game. You're a transfer. There's a lot of hype about this incoming class, not just with Darren Peterson, but also with the portal class coming in. So why'd you choose Kansas, and what do you add to this team?
For one, I chose Kansas just because it was a full circle moment. I was committed to Kansas my freshman year of high school and then reopened my recruitment. So whenever I entered the portal last year and they were the first school to hit me up with the same, message of winning at the highest level and being an impact player, it was a no-brainer. And what was your second part of the question?
Just tell us about the way you play, your game. I mean, there's a lot of Big 12 viewers that don't watch a ton of Big 10 basketball.
Yeah. I would say my game is pretty much versatility. I thrive off mismatches, transition. I can shoot the catch and three, but my biggest thing is I want to lock down the other player's best player, be a dog on our end as well. I'm a veteran on this team too, so I feel like I can bring a little bit of experience to this team too.
Fiory, what's the next step in your game?
Obviously, I'll probably say the leadership. I have to step on that in the area, I'm the only one who played last year coming back, so obviously
it's crazy.
I had, some knowledge of the game, and then I can't wait to show the newcomers.
Your guys' coach, Bill Self, a legend, he looks almost unrecognizable this year. I mean, his health has been a big topic, and he's shed a lot of weight, and he looks fantastic. What's he like in practice in terms of his energy level, and what do you see on a daily basis? What's it like playing for him and being around him?
From what I've seen, I feel like Fiory has a better answer being on both sides of the fence. From what I've seen, his energy is at an all-time high. He's more of an asshole than ever now. He's on our ass every day. But we get back to the point that, he being the head of the snake, he's definitely, causing no room for mistakes, no days off for us. So we definitely follow on that. And, our main goal at the end of the year is the national championship. And, he's bringing that energy every day.
100%, he's doing much better with his health, as you guys can see. And then, he know what he's doing. He has been doing it for like long time. And then, all we can do is just like follow what you have to say to us, be coachable, and then everything we don't work.
Fiory, what's it like growing up in the Congo, and how'd you get to Indiana?
It's a different environment, not for the week for sure. But so the story was my counselor back home connected me with a school in Indiana, Kokomo High School, which has if not one of the biggest in the national program, but probably one of the best. I have to do some meeting with the representative of the school, Kokomo, and then, after a couple meetings, I finally was accepted. I was really excited, just me to start continue my school career here in the States.
Fiory, didn't you grow up playing soccer, a completely different sport? When did you start playing basketball? And tell us the story of how you fell in love with the game.
Indeed. I would say if I still didn't play basketball, I'd probably be in Spain right now, playing soccer, I hope so, in the Real de Madrid or whatever sport. But
Wow.
probably, so I started playing basketball because it was one day, me and my mom, we went shopping actually, because I was start getting taller, and then I need like some taller clothes and stuff. So we were getting shopping. We went to the store, and then we saw like a tall person. Like at first I didn't recognize because he was so tall. I thought I was like a mannequin, just standing in the corner. So yeah, he looked at my mom and he asked my mom, does he play basketball? My mom was like, no, he plays soccer. And then he was like, you should play basketball. And I was like, okay, I can try. Here I am.
That's it.
Who was the guy? Was it Shaq?
Nah, not at all. I never saw him before.
There's some 7-foot giant out there that's going to watch you someday in the NBA and be like, I told that kid
100%.
at Dillard's to play basketball.
100%.
And here he is.
Yeah, never saw him again after that, but thanks him a lot for the advice that he has given me.
Are there 6'9" soccer players?
I actually played soccer for my high school team my senior years. And then ended up the second lead score as a team. So that's pretty good, you know, seeing a 6'9" guy running at you as a 5'4". It's kind of scary, I would say.
You said grow up in the Congo is not for the weak.
Indeed.
Can you expand on that?
I mean, I would say the US have like more opportunity, you know. I mean, it's not everywhere in the Congo you will see like a indoor stadium, you know. It's like outdoor, you know, it's sunny outside, it's really hot, dust, you know. So we just have to like go to those adversity, you know, just to become who you want to be. So.
Got anything else, James? You grew up in Topeka, Kansas. It could not be any different than the Congo.
It's a little
I mean, all
bit
of us
different.
did, yeah.
It's a little bit different.
And Trey, you grew up in California?
Dallas, Texas.
That's what I thought. Okay, yeah. But so where would you have gone to high school?
Little Elm, probably Duncanville, probably something like that. Yeah.
Duncanville's got a great basketball program.
Yeah, for sure.
We live in Dallas, but I'd always saw like Napa or something. So you left to go play.
Yeah, that was my senior year. Yeah, so I don't know why they put that for my hometown, but yeah.
So did you go to Duncanville or did you play? Okay, got it.
Trey,
Duncanville's, by the way, got some good basketball now.
For sure, yeah.
I don't know if they did back then.
Yeah,
Football
they
too,
still
but
do, for
yeah.
sure.
Trey, can you shoot?
Of course.
You can shoot?
Yeah, of course I can shoot. Yeah. Can you shoot? Can you shoot?
Yeah.
Can he shoot?
I just worked with Lethal Shooter. We had to take this. We had to do like 67 takes. There was only one guy that could make his free throw. It was me.
It was you?
It was me.
Is this true?
Yeah, I mean, no, we all made it. What are you talking about?
See, it's the cameras out. You know how.
Right.
But he's asking a good question because in Fiory saw it too. I mean, I'm a Jayhawk. I watch all the games, and I mean, we need more shooting. Kansas needs more shooting, and so that's gonna be a key this year. And I mean, it'll be very interesting because, as Fiory said, he's the only guy back from last year's team. He's a sophomore, and he's extremely explosive. I cannot wait to watch. I think he averaged 5 blocks a game in high school last year.
Yeah.
I don't know if you were over 1 last year. I'm assuming you were, but you are a high flyer. Just keep doing what you're doing, man, and I can't wait to see your growth this year.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all.
All right, Trey White, Fiory Bidunga, right?
Bidunga,
That's
right.
what I thought. Yeah. Appreciate you guys. Good luck this year, Rock Chalk.
Thank you for having me.
Chalk.
Rock Chalk. Yes, sir.
There you go, Fiory Bidunga, Trey White joining us here from Big 12 Radio and Big 12 Media Days on TuneIn and on the Big 12 Studios.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys.